Hello Internet and welcome to Most Amazing Top 5. Today we're going to be covering 5 teenagers who turned themselves into plastic. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment in the box down below. You know how much we appreciate it. Now, in all seriousness, recent years have seen a huge spike in the numbers of teenagers getting plastic surgery. And according to the New York Daily, a report suggests that approximately 64,000 teens undergo at least some form of cosmetic surgery per year. Now, this shocking statistic highlights an ever-increasing interest, particularly among young women, to alter their physical appearance at a young age. Don't get me wrong, in some cases, plastic surgery is a lifesaver. Actually, as a little kid, I split my lip from here to here, and without plastic surgery, well, the doctors wouldn't have been able to repair it. So, there you go. That's one for you. I'm part of the title. Content. Kicking it off at number 5, we have Farrah Abraham. Farrah, who is famous for her volatile outburst, is a long-standing member of MTV's hit show Teen Mom. I love that show. In January of 2015, Farrah undertook surgery to plump up her pout with a lip injection, but things swiftly went wrong. After a doctor injected her lips with a numbing product, her top lip reportedly tripled in size after suffering an unforeseen allergic reaction. Now, Farrah explained that she was grateful for her life and went on to say, "As soon as he touched my lip, I was having an allergic reaction right away. I'm just super happy that I'm alive." She later told Twitter that the experience hadn't scared her away from future procedures. Well, it didn't scare me either. Coming in at number 4, we have the unfortunate story of Kelly Johnson. The modeling industry is, I'm going to say it, pretty crazy. There is a huge amount of pressure on young models to look a certain way. And that's exactly what happened to Kelly, who'd been modeling since she was just 10 years old. At the age of 16, Kelly was told by a photographer that she'd never make it in the industry without a nose job. Sadly, she took his advice. Immediately after the surgery, Kelly knew that something was wrong. Her fears were later verified when she found a piece of cartilage sticking out of her nose. The doctor explained to her that it was swelling, but sadly, the damage was already done. A year later, the doctor offered to fix the damage for free, and Kelly accepted. At first, his repair seemed to have slightly worked, but a week or two later, Kelly's nose started leaning to the left. Sadly, Kelly gave up on her modeling career. Next up at number 3, we have the bizarre story of Sahar Tabar. Now, there's a lot of twists and turns with this tale, so just stick with me. In 2017, Sahar, a 19-year-old teenager from Iran, shocked Instagram with her bizarre series of selfies. Sahar claimed that she had undertaken over 50 surgeries to look exactly like her idol, Angelina Jolie. The 19-year-old had also stated that she'd been on a strict diet, bringing her weight down to just 40 kilograms, which is critically unhealthy, just to look like Angelina. Pretty sure she's not that skinny. The post went viral and took the internet by storm. Many took to Instagram branding her a zombie and saying that her transformation was borderline insanity. She'd even started wearing blue contact lenses just to mimic Angelina's eyes. But this is where things get interesting. Not everyone was convinced by Sahar's story. They doubted whether Sahar had actually undertaken the surgeries, with some studying her Instagram post and claiming that she had clearly photoshopped them. And, well, later the same year, it turned out she'd done exactly that. Sahar told the press that she'd done the whole thing just to amuse herself. She said, "I can see that I have something in common with Angelina Jolie, but I amuse myself, and to look like someone is not my goal." Well, you had everyone fooled for a pretty long time, Sahar. Good job. Bringing it in at number 2, we have the story of the second human Ken doll. How is there 2? Kelso Santibanez. Kelso, a Brazilian teenager who was 20 at the time, lived his entire life with a passion for dolls and puppets. At the age of 16, Kelso won a local modeling contest, and it started in him a desire to look like Mattel's iconic child's toy, the Ken doll. Over a 4-year period, Kelso spent a staggering $40,000 on plastic surgery, all to turn himself into a human version of Barbie's boyfriend. He had 4 operations on his nose, chin, and jaw, as well as silicone implants in his chest. Kelso was a doll enthusiast since he was a young boy and claimed that his family had always told him that he'd look like a doll, which inspired him to become a human puppet. Sadly, shortly after launching his own line of Kelso dolls, the Ken doll lookalike fell tragically ill. He was diagnosed with cancer after treating infections caused by hydrogel fillers injected into his legs. He passed away in June 2015. And finally, at the number 1 spot, we have Mauricio Galdi. Born in 1988, originally in Italy, Mauricio Galdi is a Brazilian actor and TV host who claimed to be the original Brazilian Ken doll. How are there so many Ken dolls? There's like 12 in Brazil alone. Again, similar to Kelso's story, Mauricio claims that his obsession with being a doll began in his early childhood. At the age of 17, Mauricio began a series of surgeries that would eventually lead him to become the Brazilian human Ken. Over the past 10 years, Mauricio has claimed to have had only 15 surgeries. These include chest implants, arm implants, 4 nose jobs, and liposuction. And he says that he isn't insecure about his appearance. Well, you do you, bud. In 2016, he controversially ignored doctors' warnings to not have 2 ribs removed, which they warned would be far too dangerous to perform. Instead, he went ahead with the gruesome surgery, all in the pursuit to resemble his beloved plastic doll. That's all we've got time for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment in the box down below. You know we love hearing from you. This has been Most Amazing Top 5, and until next time, take it easy.